The upper classes of Italy, and these city states in Italy, Florence and Venice and Milan and all those type of places, the upper classes were more affected by the Italian Renaissance than the other people within the city and within Italy. That's mainly because they had the money to commission artists to come in and paint. Take for example, probably the richest entity in Europe altogether as a whole was the Catholic Church, and they were able to commission a lot of paintings from these Renaissance artists and so on and so forth. So, take for example, right down here, if you'll take a look at that picture, that is a picture of the top of the Sistine Chapel, the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. Michelangelo laid on his back for a really long time and painted that dude one section at a time. It's basically the story of the Bible in picture form. Why this is really cool is because people who couldn't even read could now see the theme or the thematic weaving of the Bible in painting form on the ceiling. So there's some really, really, really important paintings right there. I'm going to show you a couple more later as we go throughout this, but you'll remember that picture of Adam and God with their hands kind of touching like this a little while ago on one of the previous slides. That's actually at the top of the ceiling in here. So just to kind of give you an idea, they were really important, and it gave them an opportunity to teach people without having to worry about if they could read or not. You could look up at the ceiling and see the Word of God right there on the ceiling. So um, it did touch the lower classes because if you're surrounded by art all the time, you're going to most probably be quite a bit more cultured than most who are not surrounded by art. The intellectual and artistic achievements were very hard to ignore. They were hard to ignore because they were everywhere. Churches, wealthy homes, public buildings displayed art, celebrated the human body, classic antiquity, and religious and secular themes. There's a lot of things. A lot of times people don't really think about the word secular and art in the Renaissance, but I mean, it was there. People drew things, they painted things, they sculpted things, and they were all everywhere for people to see.